So before I give you the Elder Scrolls of workplace drunkenness, I should say I don't endorse doing this every day. I myself am a former chronic drinker, now sober, and if you are struggling in that area, go to AA or counselling or whatever. Turn down for what? Nevertheless, with a lot of offices now reopening, this is more for the hobbyist pisshead, you know, someone who just wants to take the edge off a boring afternoon of spreadsheets every Tuesday or so. So without further ado, here's how to get away with being off your tits in a 9-to-5 environment from someone who managed it every day for 5 years. You may dispute my methods, but by God you can't argue with the fucked up results.
Leave your jacket on your chair.
Now, I've got neither the resources or the inclination to rent a proper office, so you just have to use your imagination for this one. Step 1 is leave your jacket on the chair. This way, when you stumble back, it looks like you've been in a meeting, not getting rat-arsed in a local drinking hole.
Step 2, go to the pub.
Now, it should be obvious that you don't go to the local or the nearest pub, as you may well be seen. It's the same reason I don't endorse drinking Smirnoff miniatures on a local park bench. Instead, you want a pub that's far away enough that no one's likely to catch you there, but still near enough that the commute doesn't cut into valuable drinking time. Also, don't invite anyone else. This isn't Friday drinks. You don't care about anyone else's kids and nobody's ordering a steak and kidney pie. All we're here to do is to get shit-faced as elegantly and as efficiently as possible.
For this I'll be using 0% beer. Don't do that yourself. There's literally no point.
So now when you go to the bar, you want to immediately order 2 pints to save waiting time. Now when you get the first one, you want to immediately smash 2/3 of it straight away and then go for a fag straight away afterwards. It's optional, but I used to like to put a small amount of grade in it as well, because it just contributes to the head rush and the general sense of being fucked up. So now, as you say, 2/3. And leave that, because once you've had the fag, that will nicely wash it down and get the taste out of your mouth, and then you can enjoy the second one that little bit more. Oh, it's bringing back memories actually.
Step 4, go for a ciggy.
Sure, you know how to go for a fag, so I'll cut it.
Step 5, the next 3 pints.
Then, as I say, get that taste out of your mouth. And you can move on to the next. Now, standard UK lunch break lasts about an hour. So if you're factoring in 15 to 20 minutes to get there and back, you've really only got about 40 minutes to get on it. So what I'm saying is, as nice as it is to nurse a pint, you really don't want it to last more than 7 minutes, especially if you're factoring in extra bar waiting time. And if you're like me and you like to go out for frequent ciggies, really 4 minutes on a pint is your max. So I'll go, rather than downing it in one, you look a bit odd, it's already a weird thing to be doing, sat there on your own. I would say a strong sips is what I like to think, confident sips. So that's reasonable. If you do a few of those, about 4 minute a pint, have another fag, back to the bar, it's brilliant.
Step 6, beguilement and concealment.
Now, 5 pints deep, you should have a nice warm anaesthetising buzz. All that remains now is to cover up the situation. So what you're going to need is a little bit of lemon sip, available in any sort of local Tesco, just a bit of crappy looking kitchen roll or tissue is fine. And basically this serves 3 purposes. 1, it looks like you're ill, which gives a perfectly good reason for why you look like shit. 2, no one wants to catch that, obviously, in the COVID age, you know, so that will mean that no one approaches you. Or 3, and this is the ideal situation, someone will go, oh, you look terrible, go home. Or as I like to call it, back to the pub. And that's all there is to it. I've given you those elder scrolls of workplace pissheadery. Use them wisely, if that is indeed at all possible. If you like that, follow me on YouTube.